walk into the store, go straight to the back cooler.
Okay.
It's in there. They're going to bend you over on the price because it's really expensive. But when you take it home and you eat it, you're going to be like, well worth it.
So you're going to like being bent over.
Oh.
Yeah.
And welcome everyone to episode 121 of The Mashup, the best bourbon conversation you're going to hear all week long. We're your hosts, Anthony, Kenny, and Steven. Hello, you two.
Hola, senors.
Hey, Mr. Steven.
Hello.
Dark liquid.
We got dark liquid in the house tonight.
We do.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
He gives me nothing.
You just got to go launch into it. So here,
apparently.
So before I got together with you gentlemen tonight, I was out in the garden, okay? And I was observing what a wonderful year it's been for vegetables.
Eating the forbidden fruits in your garden.
There was so many good things in the garden, and I couldn't stop myself.
You ever wonder what an Anthony-shaped gnome would look like?
I just want to know if he talks about this stuff, what's he actually dream about?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
You guys don't want to know what I'm dreaming about, but where I'm going with this is,
definitely.
There's this great. We have so many peppers this year, right? Like a massive amount of peppers that I'm just like giving them out wholesale to neighbors. Like, hey, come take all the peppers that you want. I got Anaheim peppers. I got banana wax peppers. All these things, and so my wife and I were talking the other day about what we could do with this.
Make salsa and give it to us.
Make salsa and give it to you. But I was actually thinking about one of my favorite things that's made with peppers that is a local Kentucky favorite, which is pimento cheese. Yeah. I don't know. What kind of pepper do they put in that? Do you guys know?
No. I think it's red.
Is the pimento actually the pepper?
I do not eat pimento cheese.
You don't?
I usually don't eat things I can't spell.
Oh, it actually is. That is the pepper, though. The pimento is the pepper. I'm an idiot. Yeah. So that's why I was thinking about peppers and thinking of that. And why don't you eat pimento cheese? What the hell's the matter with you?
I can spell cheeseburger.
Okay.
I can spell pizza. I can spell taco.
Oh, come on.
No. So he got his Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday meals.
Chicken nugget.
So anyway, yeah, but I mean, it's been a while since we've talked about cuisine on this podcast, and you know how much we all like to eat. So, Steven.
Yes.
What is your experience with the old pimento cheese, sir?
Love it. Actually, tonight, I was going through the drive-thru of Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
And I got a seasonal item there. That's a weird thing to say there.
They have seasonal items
apparently.
at Chick-fil-A? I thought they only served like the chicken sandwich and...
The most popular seasonal is always one of their milkshakes, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's true.
Is that what you got tonight or not?
No, they had a honey pepper pimento cheese topped chicken sandwich.
Oh,
seriously?
My God.
Seriously.
I might eat that, actually.
See? Mr. No Pimento Cheese is interested.
So,
but it's holy. It's holy food.
So it had baby jalapeno sliced on the bottom of the patty, of like the chicken patty, and then the pimento cheese on top.
Yeah.
So it was pretty pretty thick on like the cream part, less on the cheese part, but it was still okay.
Can you get the chicken in the spicy version? Can you get like a spicy seasonal pimento cheese sandwich? Because
I'm
that
sure
would
you
be
could request
a nice substitute there to get the spicy chicken with the pimento cheese.
But you know what the best pimento cheese in town is?
I do.
Oh, you do? You don't even have it.
Even though I'm not a pimento cheese person, I know the best in town.
See, you guys have me outnumbered here because you both have you're both Lexingtonians and I'm the outsider. So,
but since I don't eat it,
school me to the game here.
Steven can tell you.
It's good. The Mousetrap next to actually OBC.
Yeah.
Really?
Same shopping center.
Okay, so I've never been there. Now I have to go there.
So it's like a little deli, fancy, like they sell like pots and pans and other things, and
but they have their own homemade pimento cheese there.
Yeah, just walk into the store, go straight to the back cooler.
Okay,
it's in there. They're gonna bend you over on the price because it's really expensive. But when you take it home and you eat it, you're gonna be like, well worth it.
So you're gonna like being bent over.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean,
the Sheik would enjoy this bending over.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So what were you gonna say?
Well, so I don't know, 20 something years ago. Okay. So work at P Rat's, been there 26 years.
Uh-huh.
One of the owners was David Cox. His son Chris is the head chef there. And I think Chris either came up with that recipe or he's the one that keeps making it, one of the two.
Oh,
But I think he came up with it.
Dang.
So, yeah. But
Well, props to him.
that's how I knew it was, even though I'm not a pimento cheese guy, I knew about it from literally forever ago. Yeah.
No way.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you got to go.
You said they have pots and pans and stuff there, so it's like a place where you can go shopping, but also has food and sandwiches.
It's
and
weird.
Stuff,
It's like when you walk in, like the deli counter is like almost like an island in the middle of the store.
okay.
So you kind of walk around all the glass, but there's a refrigerated section in the very back wall.
So I just
and
wanted
that's
the
where
back
it is.
wall.
Yeah,
Okay.
the other stuff they can make you sandwiches. You can buy meats and cheeses and whatever.
Well, you know something. Before I moved to Kentucky, I wasn't big into like different cheeses, other than like Greek cheeses and things that you get served in a Mediterranean diet. Like my family's always like, "Hey, Mom, can I have some breakfast?" When I'm like a little kid growing up, she'd say, "Here, have some olives and toast and cheese." That was like the Greek breakfast, and so that's what I would eat. But I'm not. We're talking about like slicing a hunk of cheese. We're not talking about like a spread like pimento cheese. When I first moved to Kentucky, I remember I was at Liquor Barn because everybody goes to Liquor Barn. It's like as soon as you move to Kentucky, like go to Liquor Barn.
Yeah, go there in Total Wine, right?
And
Ken?
I was shocked.
I heard Total Wine sells pimento cheese.
Oh my God! Whatever they're selling at Total Wine's probably not very good. But I just remember going. I mean, this is a little off subject, but I remember going to Liquor Barn and being astounded by how many different beer cheeses they had in their cooler.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know beer cheese is a thing. I was in Pennsylvania before. There's a lot of beer cheese there and stuff. But I mean, I was just shocked. There must have been like 60 different kinds of beer cheese. And so cheese is like, those cheese spreads are a big thing in Kentucky. So now Mousetrap is going to be it. I'm going to have to go check it out.
And to come full circle on this, Kenny, one of my favorite things is having a pimento cheeseburger.
Oh.
Well, then what we'll do is you need to bring over then some Mousetrap pimento cheese.
Okay.
And I will make some of my dry aged burgers.
Okay. Yep,
And
I'm in
then
on
we
this.
will put the pimento cheese on the dry aged burgers.
All right.
We'll do that.
What's going to be more expensive, the pimento cheese or strange burger?
I don't know. The burgers I usually sell the burgers for about $18 to $20 a pound. So
Oh, gosh.
I don't know.
Okay.
Wow.
Then I would say the
Okay.
burger is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
That sounds like it would be delightful. I might. Can I get an invite to that, or is it just
Yeah.
you guys
Oh,
hanging
yeah.
out? Okay, all right.
Well, he doesn't like
You need to
pimento
bring
cheese.
the actual
so-
brioche buns.
Okay, I will bring the brioche. I
I
can
will butter
handle that.
toast the brioche buns.
Yep, and I'll try to find a bourbon that I can bring that we can all enjoy.
Just don't bring a lot B, please. Golly.
Hey, a latte might go well with a burger with pimento cheese. That sounds like something that Julian Van Winkle might be excited about. Don't you think?
Smooth vanilla.
Smooth and vanilla.
Do you put bacon with like beer cheeseburgers? I mean, with actually pimento cheeseburgers.
I've
or
actually
anything?
never had it with bacon.
Okay,
But you know what?
Because I'm just not a. I will have pimento cheese before we do that.
Do you have special kind of bacon too?
Right, WRIGHT.
Yes.
That's the best bacon.
Okay. Oh, we got
Yeah.
high fives going on
That's the
over
best
here.
bacon. Yeah,
Okay,
it really
all right.
is.
You go to Sam's, you buy it by I think you buy 4 pounds of it.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Okay.
And it's so good. It's
Well, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
need to
best.
take some more pointers from you guys. I mean, we make good food at my house, but this sounds like it's the kind of food I need.
Well, we caught up with all of our Apple podcast reviews, but we have one on Facebook we need to get to.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. A little Facebook review action coming at you. So this one comes from someone named Richard Nitz. And he wrote, "Great show with so many bourbons available. It's nice to hear unbiased opinions of bottles that I may not have considered or even known about."
Awesome.
Very good. There is plenty of bourbon out there.
There's plenty.
If you go to our local stores, you will see no less than 80 to 100, sometimes more than 200
Yeah, I think
selection.
Total Wine has more than that.
Like not even more, way more.
I'm taking the headset off and I'm going to quit here pretty soon. You guys are going to have to do the rest of this episode by yourself unless we got some good bottles.
Where will you be? In the back room? With all the allocated bourbon?
Hey, we don't have any E.H. Taylor single barrels unless you ask us.
Well, if you would like a shout out, just leave a review on Apple Podcast or Facebook. And next time we record, we will give you a shout out. Gentlemen, for this week, we have a bottle of Russell's Reserve 2022 C Single Rickhouse Bourbon.
Oh, yeah. So this single Rickhouse release from Russell's Reserve is from the Wild Turkey Distillery. The bottle date is 2022. The ABV is 56.2. Proof is 112.4. There's no age statement on the bottle, but it's rumored to be at least 10 years old, and I've seen that in press releases. The mash bill is 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley, and the MSRP on this was $250.
That was expensive.
That's a pretty expensive bottle especially for. I mean, that might be one of the most expensive Russells other than their annual special releases that I think I've seen. This is an annual special release, but I mean, I'm talking about the ones in the boxes. Masters Keep.
Well, do either y'all baseball guys?
Yeah, I like my Guardians, if that's what you want to call them.
You know what a curveball is?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to throw y'all a curveball tonight.
Oh, okay.
Throwing y'all a curve. Guess what else we have?
I'm glad I didn't leave then if there's a curveball involved.
Curveball. Tonight, I also just got in the brand new 2023 Russell's Reserve Single Rick Camp Nelson F.
Oh, nice.
So I am going to blind you all with these, actually.
Oh, this is going to be, I don't know, have we ever done blinds before on the mashup? This might be the first time.
I don't think we've
done impromptu blinds, but not we've done this is more impromptu. Comparisons and stuff like that.
We did comparisons of, you all have done comparisons on a few I've listened to, and the rare character ones. So this one, though, ABV is 58.8, a little bit higher, 117.6 proof.
Okay.
They haven't done the official release, I guess, notes on this yet. I think it's coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks by Campari and Eddie Russell and all them. But I'm assuming it's still got to be 10 years old plus.
Yeah.
But it is Camp Nelson F. So C is the 2022 and the 2023 is F.
So this is, and do you know what the MSRP is on this?
This one, I believe, is supposed to be, instead of $249, I believe it's $289 or $299.
Okay.
But I know one of our local liquor stores that is still a big, wide known one was actually $349 plus tax.
Wow. Ooh.
So a $100 premium on the bottle.
Well, Campari raised the wholesale up. So instead of being $249, I think it's supposed to be $289 or $299, and they did that $50, $60 bump.
Yeah.
Just because...
That's crazy.
That particular liquor store knows that, things go for a little bit more on special releases, so they want to make that extra.
Right. Well, I mean, looking at these bottles, they're both, they look pretty, what do you say? They look pretty similar?
Yeah, they're standard Russell bottles.
Yeah, the only difference is the bottom label is brown on the new F release, and it's green on the original C release.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I wonder if they did it on purpose, but it's the same bottle they use for a lot of their releases.
Same Russell's bottle.
Same thing. Does it actually say Jimmy Russell on the top, or what does it say? Because the embossing looks like it's Russell's Family Reserve. Oh. But that's a nice looking bottle. Get your standard wood topper with a natural cork.
Yep.
And they've rebranded a lot of their bottles to looking similar to this with the lettering and everything else, like to have some synergy. So
it's their look, yeah,
it's definitely their look. Very recognizable.
Something interesting that Stephen brought up before we hit the record button was the color of the C label.
That's true.
Green, and it's not a what?
It's not a rye.
Oh man, that's right.
Has anyone gotten to the bottom of that yet? Like, how come most of these places always choose green for rye?
I don't know. When's Weller going to come out with the green? Is Weller ever going to come out the Weller rye?
I got you on that one episode.
They got that Van Winkle though. They got a Van Winkle rye, right?
Yeah.
So why don't they come out the Weller rye? And it's brown. So maybe it'll be instead of emmer wheat, it'll be some other kind of ancient Egyptian grain.
Oh gosh.
All right, I got a little bit too far off task there. So how are we going to run this blind here?
Y'all are not going to watch me, and I'm going to pour y'all. Y'all can just look straight ahead or look wherever.
So while Kenny is pouring us these blinds, because we can't look, I mean, I'm blindfolded over here. The thing that's interesting is the first release from, I remember when this happened. So the first single Rickhouse release, I'm not going to lie to you guys, but I kind of thought this was, forgive me for saying this because we're, talking about the merits of this distillate tonight and once we taste it, but I thought it was a dumb idea. I just want to come out and say it. Like, in the age of all the bourbon marketing that we see all the time, I was like, okay, single Rick. So they're going to take all the barrels from like one area of the warehouse, put them together, mingle them and barrel them. Like, what's the point of doing that? Like, am I supposed to see that and go, oh, single Rick? Like, yeah, there we go. Like, it just didn't appeal to me.
What's the difference between this and a small batch?
Exactly. Or what's the difference between this and a pick, right? Because theoretically, somebody could go pick a barrel from this warehouse, and then they could bottle it, and then they have one particular barrel that could have been part of the single Rick.
Mm-hmm. So, gentlemen, do not mix up your left and right. Keep your left as your left and your right as your right.
Okay. Kenny, so while you're pouring, I was being disparaging toward the marketing of single Rick because...
No, a lot of people said that. And the only thing I think is like, think about if you look at Booker's, it'll list like 5 different ones and it's from different warehouses.
Right.
Or I'm sure Heaven Hill when they blend or batch some of their electric barrel proofs and things of that nature, it's not all from one rick house by itself.
Yes.
So I don't know of anybody else that's actually claimed that. So part of it could be a marketing thing, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. And that's wrong of me. Like, we're supposed to be people that enjoy bourbon and are supposed to enjoy the stories. And I'm over here making fun of it. But, ultimately, I guess once we taste it, I'll get a chance to see whether I should be making fun of anything.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I just thought that the aura of the story could have been better. I think I would have liked it better if it was something other than the way it was marketed. But that's, again, just from the story and the packaging standpoint, not what's in the bottle. I don't know yet what's in the bottle because I've never had any of this stuff.
Well, my guess is like a William LaRue Weller, a GTS, a Live Scrape barrel proofs. When they go to blend those, they're just pulling barrels from everywhere. So it's like I've gone on a few Russell's picks now.
Yeah.
And when you go to Russell's pick, your barrels, they're from Tyrone this and Camp Nelson this, and so, you're actually getting barrels from all over the place. So I guess they just said, hey, let's see how, what we can do off of this one single rick. But also those Camp Nelson rick houses are defunct, done, dead. So
okay.
I don't know if that's also their way of using up more of those barrels quicker and faster. I'm not really sure.
What do you mean?
They're not using them anymore. They were so old.
No, what did you say about the warehouse?
Those they're done. They're not using them anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because they've either fallen apart, too old. They've gotten rid of them. They didn't meet today's safety standards. Something.
Okay.
They're just they're defunct and dead. I think the Camp Nelson C, the last year's release, I believe that particular rick house went defunct in 2021. I believe.
Okay.
Yes, it was decommissioned in 2021, and I don't know when F was decommissioned, but these are defunct rick houses. You can't get juice there anymore.
So off topic, what do they do with these old warehouses?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm assuming that they'll take that wood and reclaim it and charge, a crazy amount of money. Like you see those barnwood builders and all those kind of things.
So someone can have a bar with a bar
exactly
top.
Right.
I think that Kenny,
With chunks of
wood.
Yeah, I think you need a table made of that
that'd
wood
be awesome.
from that rick house, right? Can you
That
get
would be
somebody to do
awesome.
that? Yeah,
A tasting
you can say-
table from
If the wood
actual
could
Bourbon
do-
warehouse, right?
There you go. Yeah, right from the warehouse that fell down.
And Anthony,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you to pour me blind now.
Oh no!
They're
Now
both
I have
my
to do
glasses.
it. And you guys have
I'm
to
going to close
carry
my
the
eyes.
conversation over there.
And my eyes are closed, but I can look in there.
So
No,
don't look over at
I'm
me.
not looking at because I really don't I don't want to know.
I got to make sure I know what the heck I'm doing over here.
But so the new F though, best I can tell, I know it dropped here in Kentucky a couple weeks ago. I know Liquor Barn, Kroger, a few places had it, and to my knowledge, I think just it's hitting Florida. So I think that's it so far. So
Why did they pick Florida? They want the old people to taste the rick.
Florida gets a lot of Russells, man. That's where tons of my Russell's 13s come from, and last
Really?
year's single rick came from. But so there's not a lot of press and not a lot of information on that, even if you Google it because it's so new. I don't think they've done the official release. I've heard it's coming towards the middle to end of September. Heard Eddie's going to do a big, release on that and talk about it and a big tasting and everything.
All right.
I really didn't see you.
No, I got them poured. I got them
cool.
poured. Yeah.
So my left and my right, and you keep them left and right?
Yeah, keep them left and
Okay,
right.
perfect.
Yeah, left and right,
Yeah.
left and right. See, when I pour blinds, I'm famous for not remembering the order that I pour them in, and so this is only a double blind. So luckily, I think we'll be okay. I can remember what's which.
Well, it's actually a single blind, just with two.
Oh, single blind, yeah, not double blind.
means-
Double blind would be sorry.
You have no idea
God.
what it is. That's okay.
That's all right. Just kick me out.
That's all right.
Yeah, you're off the mashup.
So how do you guys want to do the nosing? Should we go do the left and then we'll do right?
Well, I don't know what order Kenny poured ours in, and he doesn't
Yeah,
know what order I poured
we're just going to
his in,
do, you'll do left and right, and you two are the same.
Okay.
And then I'll be different. But
So what you doing first, Anthony?
I'm doing the right.
Okay, I'll do the right as well.
My right is like super pungent, like the caramels soaking
Yes.
through. Like it smells rich, like very rich,
Very
Like,
rich.
Dang, yeah, that smells really nice and rich.
now, while you guys are nosing, I'm going to talk a little bit about the C.
Yeah,
So
talk about it.
I can spell taco.
Taco.
Eight tacos. All right. Now, last year, before it was released, probably 3 to 4 months before it was released, I was in Louisville with Alves. We were doing a pick. I believe it was Peerless, maybe a Peerless pick. And we met Bruce for dinner. And Bruce was talking about this new thing called Single Rick coming out.
Okay,
And at the time, it was sitting at 125 proof.
okay,
So they had done a lot of blending on it. And what it ended up at 112? Was that what you said earlier?
yeah,
So it was sitting at 125 proof, and we were like, holy crap, this is going to be crazy. We were, one of the highest proof turkeys ever, and blah, 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 blah. It was going to be insane. But then once it hit, it ended up being 112. So I guess, they kept retasting it and wanted to refine it a little bit more. But
hey, let me ask
really
you,
cool.
Let me not
just even knowing about it.
But was when Bruce is in front of you talking about single rick, it probably sounds a lot better coming from Bruce than it does just me reading a piece of paper, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that was pretty exciting.
Yeah, I've hung out with him a few times. Very fortunate for that. And I'm like a sponge, man. I just try to listen to everything he says. It's really cool.
How's that left one?
So I think I know which nosing I like better.
Okay. Well,
do you know which nosing you like better?
I think I do, but they're really close.
Okay.
And so how can we do it so you don't say it first and I don't say it first? Or what, can we write it down? I should just type it onto my computer over here.
Or we can just be honest.
I was
just be honest. Okay, go ahead. We can be honest. Sorry.
So I think the left one feels like a warmer nosing, more pleasant. And then when you immediately go to the right, for some reason I'm getting like a little grass.
Okay,
that's slightly off-putting right off the bat after I switch.
So for me, I'm with you. I do like the left better than the right in the nosing. And the left and the nosing has sweetness. It has richness. It's layered. It's nice. The right one has that. Initially, we started there, but it also has some florals. And I think that's what you're calling it, grass. I'm calling it florals.
Okay, I like that better.
And it smacks a little bit odd to me. I don't know what it is about it, but
So the new F is from floors 4 and 5, and the C is 3 and 4.
So, I mean, what are your thoughts on in terms of the nose? I think they're similar. They have some similarities, but I do think that they're ultimately different. Like they give off different aromas.
I would say normally when we hear floral, to me, I think of a lower rickhouse floor.
Right.
Because it's not, the temperature swing is less than the upper floors.
Right.
And normally that we've heard, and that I think we've tasted, that the lower floors usually have a floral palate.
a little bit more, a little bit more grainy, a little bit more. But the thing is what nose do you think is more aggressive? Only reason I say that is because if I remember correctly, and I'm looking at them now, C's 112 proof, and the other one's 117.6. So 5 proof points difference. Can you tell which one is proofier by the nose?
I feel like the floral ones.
See, that's what's throwing me off. I feel like that's more proofy too. And if it's more proofy, that would be the higher Rickhouse one, right?
Well, okay. Well, maybe the labels
Maybe it's the labels throwing us off.
Definitely more char in the left.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. So here's the thing. I don't think that I dislike either of these noses, right? Do you dislike either of these?
No, I think I have a preference.
You have a preference.
A personal preference.
All right.
But as far as, not liking one or the other, I think they both are pleasant.
All right.
Yeah, so with that, it's kind of interesting. So Russell's 13, I like those typically pretty well.
Yeah.
And their proofs are all pretty similar. These are 5 proof points apart?
Yeah.
But like Russell's Reserve 13 batch 2, it nosed and tasted way hotter than batch 1 and 3.
Oh,
so sometimes the actual proof doesn't play into that. I found out batch 2 was higher up floors.
Right.
So it might have had that more tannic and harsh because it was watered back down to that around that same proof. And I'm looking at the bottles on here. Rickhouse C says it was matured on floors 3 and 4. And the new Rickhouse F says it was matured on floors 4 and 5.
Okay.
So higher proof and a higher floor as well. But I don't know how that's going to translate onto the nose. And, because it could be, that really could play into that, or it might be different, just kind of like how some of the Russell's 13s were, it's kind of wild.
Absolutely. And I didn't really have a lot of Russell's 13, but I got the chance to try one over here one time. I think I tasted one with Jason Hale. I think I tasted one with another buddy another time. So I have got chances, but I didn't pay attention to batches.
Yeah.
At the time, it was just like, oh, there's a Russell's 13. Someone's offering me a pour. I'm going to try it. You know what I mean?
Which you had it for our best of blind series. Remember we had one of the Russell's 13s for that.
Right.
Have we done Russell's 13 on the mashup?
I don't think we have. I think maybe we can do one of those in the future.
Well, I will save my commentary for that till then. I was going to bring it up some, but no, we'll just wait and talk about those later.
Sounds good.
Ooh, so do you guys want to go in for a taste then, since you know your favorite nose so far?
Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Rock it.
This is exciting, man.
Do you have a preference, Anthony?
Which one you're going to taste first, or you taste them already?
We'll start with the right since we nosed it first.
Okay. Right is down the hatch. Wow, that is tasty, and it has a finish that is good. It's a nice finish. It's a long.
It should be a long lingering finish.
It's a long lingering finish.
Best I remember.
Yeah, it's a nice long lingering finish. Ooh,
It's warm.
yeah, got some licorice. Some what's that called? What do you call licorice again? What's that called? It's Kenny.
Twizzlers, red vines.
No, the black licorice.
Oh, anise.
Anise. My favorite.
Not to be confused with.
I'll just leave it at that. We'll figure it out. Oh man. So I like these both for different reasons. Holy cow.
The left is definitely warmer.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more body to the left as well.
A little more body. Mm-hmm. Like there's a little bit, mid palate's a little bit more. Right is back palate, better finish, less upfront flavor, I think. Left, though, has a lot of like my mouth just like went from inside out, like,
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah, mid back palate is lots of stuff there.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to taste both of these again.
Yeah.
This is going to be...
Oh, it's difficult. And the reason I'm letting y'all go first too on this anyway, and I kind of wanted to surprise y'all with this and do this and throw a curveball at you like that.
Well, this is
Because
fantastic.
I've blinded these literally 5 times.
Oh, you have? Oh, my God.
I can't.
Did you get the same answer every time?
No, I didn't. That's
Wow.
what's so hard.
This
so
is
hard.
why I'm happy to be in one of your experiments, because I don't know if I'd ever get a chance to taste these bottles otherwise, because I've never even seen one at retail.
Yeah.
Like, never seen one, never known anybody get one.
I've given up on retail.
I know you hustle. I know you hustle, man.
Oddly enough, I think I prefer the palate of the right and the nose of the left.
So I'm going to make my final determination here in a second, but I just took a sip of the right again.
Right. Okay.
And the right is like really well aged, like tastes like it's even more aged than maybe the left, but it's got like, I wish I knew more about Russell's so I could tell you about the flavors that I'm getting out of this, but it's definitely got like a leather, anise, caramel, a little bit of vanilla.
I'm not getting that black licorice.
You're not getting it?
No.
Okay. Maybe it's just me, but I'm getting it. I'm going to make my final determination here in a second.
Here we go. I can't
It's
wait.
coming. Here we go.
I can't wait. And I know you poured me blind, but we've already blinded these 5 times. I'm going to have to close my eyes and you're going to have to hand me one at a time.
Okay.
Because I think just based on the color, I know what they are.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, just where I've blinded these so much already. All right.
How's that
Steven,
heartburn going over there, Steven? Give me your winner.
My chest is warm because of going back and forth.
That's good.
You're going to need to start drinking a little more alcohol. You got to use this higher proof stuff.
There you go.
Yeah, Russell's, though, I mean, speaking of proof, just standard Russell picks, 110 proof, non-chill filter, so just turkey in general, so they have such a huge following. Seems like, we always talk about Tater's Buffalo Trace stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the premium juices, premium and great, but a lot of their stuff is chill filtered, it's lower proof, it's, there's a lot of true, like, hardcore drinkers tend to roll with the turkey, man. It's just, it's funkier, it's meaty, grippier, creamier.
Right.
They put out some really good single barrel picks.
This is probably one of the hardest single blinds you've ever given,
Man.
I think, in the history
Man.
of anything I ever
I know.
tasted.
It's weird because I like both for one reason or another.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm
Same
trying to
thing.
think of like which one I like better is going to kind of determine like what's more important to me, the flavor or the nose.
Yeah.
Right, and sometimes that nose can fool you. I'm going to final drink both, and I'm going to make my final determination. This is taking forever. I'm sorry.
right. It's all right,
It's
man.
just really...
We got nothing but time, bro.
This is a great spiritual experience, though. This has get me a better appreciation for turkey than I've had in a minute.
Yeah, some good stuff, man. Which, we're talking about turkey. It's hard not to talk about David Jennings,
Oh, yeah.
Rarebird 101. I know he is a fan of both of these. I read his, article on last year, so it's pretty cool. I can't wait to see his article on this new one, see what he thinks about it. You got your final answers?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So y'all can...
So Anthony, which of these single rickhouse do you prefer?
Which one do I prefer? Mm-hmm. I do prefer both for different reasons, but if I had to pick a winner,
Yeah.
it's going to go against what I normally do. Normally when I know something and I taste it, I'm like, yep, that's it, all day. This time, it went crisscrossed for me. I like the left nose.
Yeah.
I like the first sip of the left. The more I sipped both of them, the more I liked the right.
We are.
And so,
we are dead on.
Are we dead on?
We are dead on.
And the reason why I like it is because it has more of the notes that I'm looking for. That's not to say anything bad with the left. The left has more upfront sweetness.
Yeah.
It's just the finish on the left isn't as strong, in my opinion, as the one on the right. Like, it doesn't. Did you think the finish on the left one was strong?
Are you saying that backwards?
No. Right had a stronger finish. Left.
Okay, I felt like the right was more pleasant to drink,
Okay.
and I felt like the left was a little harsher.
Okay. I think we're saying the same thing, just using different ways of saying it. Like, when I say that the finish wasn't, I just meant to say the finish wasn't as good on the left as it was on the right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
that's all I was trying to say. Yep. So we kind of have a similar consensus here.
That's
but
weird.
It is a little weird. So I don't know.
Okay.
Now we got the master over here that we got to hear from. Got amateur hour. You got to tell us what we drank here, what we like better.
So your left, you said, was a little bit sweeter, you thought?
Yeah.
So your left over there, to me, has more dark fruit sweetness, but the beginning, the middle, the end, is more similar together. Like, it doesn't go up and down, left and right, and change a lot. Your right, to me, is a little more sugarcane sweetness, and once you drink it, you got the initial pop. Then to me, it changes a little bit, and then you get one more wave at the end, like 3 little waves of change.
Right.
So before I reveal that, I'm going to close my eyes, and you're going to blind me, bro.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, either one. Eyes are closed. I could get my
Steven,
blind over there.
Go get him something different completely, and then we'll hand it to him. What do you think?
Okay. Man. Dang it.
That's tough, isn't it?
First one again, please.
First one again? Now you're going through it like we did. Steven, what do you think of that?
I think it's funny, he's gone through it. Now it's the 6th time.
Well, here's
sixth time.
Here's what I want. Here's the thing. I'm 99% sure I know which is which, even with my eyes closed and blinded.
Uh-oh.
So that's why I'm trying to.
What, by feel?
Just no, by the taste. This glass. Let's see. No.
You put like a nodule in the top of the glass so you knew which one would be which.
Okay. So I could be totally wrong about which one is which. I don't think I am. But based on, I like the one that you gave me second best.
Okay.
My guess is the one you gave me second, as I'm looking at mine, is the one closest to me. Could be wrong, but that's what I guess. And my guess is that is C is the one I like the best, and the one I didn't like is F. If I'm wrong on that, that's cool and that's fine, but I did like the second one better.
You guessed 100% correct that you tasted the C on the left.
Yeah.
Second,
yeah.
And the F is on the right. And I think now that you've said what you said, that both of us actually picked F. Did we pick F?
You all picked C like me.
We did.
We did.
Because
okay.
Here's the thing. C is sweeter overall.
Yeah.
F has that initial sweetness up front. It's that darker fruit sweetness.
Right.
But then it kind of just, maybe just being where it's floor 5, maybe 5 proof points higher. It's just a tiny bit harsher. It is richer though. F is richer. And like, so the other day at Mossick's house, we also blinded these, and Harry Micah, amazing dude from Michigan, and Mossick both picked F as their favorite.
Really?
But here's Harry though. Harry and I are literally opposites.
Okay.
Which, I don't know if you've ever met. Next time Harry's in town, you got to meet him.
I met Harry.
Did you meet?
Yeah.
Freaking amazing. Absolutely amazing
Great dude.
Harry and I are literally opposites from the standpoint of he is all about the up front.
Okay.
I love the linger. I love the finish.
Yeah.
I love my Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 4 because it's like a 7-turn roller coaster.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
the finish lingers forever. I'm a finish guy. He's an up front guy. So to me, the initial up front, boom, I do agree. I think F is better. And to me, it's like a darker fruit sweetness.
I agree.
But you get more of that sugar, and I'm a sweet whore. I like sweet. You get more, to me, that little sugary sweet on C. But I love C where the front and is different. You just feel a different wave come over your taste, over your palate in the middle, and then literally 6 seconds later, a different taste on the end. So you all actually pick C as well.
Wow, how about that? That's a clean sweep in terms of what we
pretty
like
cool.
the best. That's actually really cool. You know what else I was going to say about F? Why I think people might like F? F has a little bit more funk to it.
F is the traditional turkey funk.
It's got some funk to it. And that's why I think I was a little bit averse to that. Like, I like dusty funk, but like just general funk, I think that C drinks more like a premium bourbon.
Yeah.
Like the flavors you get from what, I mean, people have heard me say this and they probably don't know what it means, but come drink with us sometime. You'll know what I'm talking about when I talk about when something tastes premium. Like that just hit all the notes for me on the C versus the F. So
after all that, fellas, would you pass, try, or buy on the Russell Reserve C or F Single Rickhouse bourbons?
I will go ahead and lead off on this one. So you said that these secondary are costing, because I'm not going to find one at retail probably.
Yeah, so secondary. The C should still be $425. F when it first hit was $700, but it just released only in Kentucky.
Yeah.
The first one's listed, so someone's got to have them. Now the Fs are down to about $450s, where they're hovering $450, $475, but really $450. So maybe let's just say $425 on a C and $450 on an F.
Okay. Because we're probably not going to see either of these at retail, I'm going to go with secondary values, and I'm actually going to do two weird things here. I'm going to buy on the C, and purely because I just don't understand, and please forgive me, we're going to get hate messages after this, because Kenny is a turkey head. I know a lot of people that are turkey heads. I just, for a $350 retail price, or even a $400 and some price, I just don't know that I'd enjoy drinking the F that much, that now that I've tried it, I would probably pass on it at that price, which is a little crazy to say because it's a premium release, but that's where I'm at right now. I really like C a lot, and I would buy it if I could find it.
Buy on C.
Buy on C and
But
pass.
You wouldn't try on an F at a bar?
Man, you know what's so tough about that?
What is that going to cost?
What's it going to cost? Exactly right. What's an F going to cost at a bar? Is that going to cost me $40 for a shot or something like that, an ounce? If it's going to cost me that much, I'm still probably not going to try it.
Okay.
And that's purely because, I don't know, like it took me a long time to even get a taste of a Russell's 13 or to find a Russell's 13. And I did like it when I tried it, but I feel like this premium entry for them, other than the Master's Keep, which I have enjoyed, it's just a bit pricey for me to be in at that price. So that's all.
Yeah, and I'll interject this real quick before Steven goes. There are a lot of good Russell's picks,
right,
that are not as good as this, in my opinion, but they are not too far off in your 100, 100 and... Well, there's some premium Russell picks that honestly taste better than this to me in blinds. Like I've picked them 100% multiple times over these in blinds. Those you got to roll around 250, 200, 254 though, 300. So still, it's less than what these go for, but most people don't pay like that for a Russell's pick. But there's a lot of good Russell's picks that are 100, 125 bucks that are just under these a little bit.
One of the best things I ever tasted, Russell's wise, because I had mentioned this many times that I was in the hobby, but I wasn't in the hobby. I went to Liquor Mart and I got 2 bottles of Russell's Picks way back, somewhere around there. I had Bluegrass Berries and BBT. And Bluegrass Berries was an amazing bottle. Like, absolutely amazing. And even then, when you have a bottle that tastes that good, you remember what it tastes like. And that was just, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just sexy. Let's put it that way. It was just sexy. And so, like, I don't know, like, when I think back, if I had one of those sitting here right now on this table, would I like it more than these? I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
If I would or wouldn't, I think I might like it more. And that was a pick. That was a $60 pick at the time, $50-$60.
But Bluegrass Berries now, number one, can't find it. If you do find it, it's $500.
That's true. You're right. Yeah, so anyway, I had to throw that out there.
Bluegrass Berries is one of those picks.
Yeah, I just want people to know that I wasn't like a Russell's completely oblivious to anything to do with Russell's.
I'm not going to mention the other 2 picks. Just I don't want those names to get out there and get too lofty and pricey.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now you can't even find them because Alves is handing both of those picks, and so it can't not really out there too much, I guess. But yeah, there are a couple Camp Nelson F picks that definitely hang or beat both of these, in my opinion. But
all right, Mr. Steven. Yes, sir.
I'm not going to sure you're going to like my answer.
Oh, that's all right. We don't have to like it. We're all friends here. We're good.
So I think for the C, since I picked it, I'm going to say you have to try it.
Okay.
Only because I picked it.
Okay.
I think I'm going to pass on the other one.
Okay.
I might actually be a double pass on price. As you probably didn't hear, I didn't have much to say when we were going over the nosing and the palate. I didn't have much to add. Sadly saying.
No, that's fair.
Those are my answers. A try and a pass.
Well, let me say why that's fair. Okay. It's fair because these are not bottles that are cheap, right?
No.
When we say cheap, we're not talking about like you got to have an enthusiast mentality of, am I going to taste something like this? And you have to have tasted a lot of stuff to, I feel like, really appreciate this. But even if you really appreciate bourbon, you might be like me. You might be like, oh, well, I'd really like a Weller something or other because I'm a Buffalo Trace tater. If you're a turkey fan, it might change your mentality.
Yeah.
But I don't know that.
I
don't know that either of us are really
turkey.
Myself and you, we're not turkey people.
Right.
Kenny's a turkey person. And so I think that's
going to excite me what he wants to do.
Exactly. Yeah. So definitely, I agree.
Yeah, I can totally understand that, Stephen, because you're not talking like this is a $120 bottle.
Right.
These are Liquor Barn was $350 on the new one.
$350, man.
And the old ones were $250 to $300, and that's at retail. But can't catch them at retail usually, so you're thinking at $400 to $450. That's expensive.
Right.
But for me, I am not gonna say a turkey head, but I do like a lot of turkey. So
yeah.
I'm a buy on both, but
right.
I'm a turkey guy. I love turkey.
Yep.
And throwing in one more thing in perspective is, not to flip back on you, but you do like Lot B a lot,
right?
And that's an $800 bottle, unless you get lucky at retail,
right?
So I don't think Lot B is twice as good as this, and these are $400. So it just puts things into perspective that way. But I totally understand, especially for the, just the average whiskey drinker.
Right.
This is not a $100, $120 bottle. You're paying $400 for this. So the interesting thing would be to be double blinded on this with some $80, like an $80 bottle.
Yeah.
$120 bottle. And then after I double blind those, pass, try, buy, all blind, I might end up just trying these only. Who knows? I mean, I'm a buy for now, but I know what I'm drinking.
Right.
And that does play into it.
And one thing I do have to add to that is, even though I like Lot B, I'm not paying $800 for Lot B. I'm trying to hustle Lot B if I can get it to trade stuff that I might have and things like that. So I completely agree with you. Is this, if you're gonna compare it to something like that, and we're gonna think about it holistically, absolutely, I would rather pay $400 for this than $800 for Lot B. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. But and I've not gotten like extremely lucky. I've had to hustle for whatever tater stuff I have to hustle pretty hard for it. So that's great perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a buy, but as far as for just our listeners, I mean, I can definitely see a pass or a try. Just like what you all said, I can totally see that, because if you were to double blind me with this compared to some other decent bottles, I might become a try.
That's right. Evan Williams White Label.
No, definitely not that. But like an Evan Williams 12 maybe. Evan Williams 12.
Evan Williams 12 is good. Yeah, we reviewed that.
101 proof. Some of these really good. You could get a really good Russell's pick like that. Yeah. We've got some of the rare character malt stuff. There's some other bottles that are a lot less expensive than this that might, turn this into a try.
That's right. Single Rick.
Boom.
And with that, thanks for listening to this week's edition. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mashup KY.
Don't forget to visit our partner, bourbonoutfitter.com. Enter code THEMASHUP for a special discount.
Also, let us know your thoughts on this bottle in the comment section. Until next time, keep it neat.